Alright, for lack of a better thing to complain about, I'm just going to give you updates about my life. If you noticed from the last video, my hair is definitely not down on my shoulders anymore. I don't need to tie it back. A couple things stayed the same. Still got my swanky cabinets. One thing that I really enjoy is I turned 21, so I can have these on the daily. I know it's bitch beer, but I fucking love them because they're delicious. Whenever I'm somewhere where there is beer, I will pick the beer over this. But right now, all we have is Blue Moon, and I don't like Blue Moon because it's bitter as shit. And this is fucking mango. Where else do you find fucking mango alcoholic besides rum? And I don't want any hard A right now. That's tomorrow. But let's see. It's summer of my sophomore year of college. Yeah, I made it through another year. Go figure. I'm doing pretty well when it comes to school. Managed to get some A's in my classes there. I was going to take a summer math class. It turns out Pierce College has the class that I need, but I can't go to it because of all the stuff I've already committed to. I have conferences to go to. I have going to visit my father in Georgia. I thought that it would not start until the 16th of July because it's a four-week class, but they don't have it. They don't have the 4-week period that I need. I was also going to look into being an intern for Dark Horse Comics next summer, but since the federal government decided to put more stipulations on unpaid internships, Dark Horse has suspended its internship program, which is understandable for a small publisher like that. Well, small compared to like Marvel and DC. But I looked at, because of that, I've been forced to look into other means of internships. My dad suggested with intelligence agencies for the government because I'm bilingual. I speak German. But I looked at all the websites, and they're not looking for German right now. They've got enough looking for German. They're looking for Chinese and Persian Arabic and Farsi and Russian, and I don't speak any of those. Because I have yet to venture outside of Germanic or Romantic languages. So that's out. I started looking at other publishers. Marvel is based in New York City. I can't move to New York City or live there. I'd have to transfer schools, which wouldn't work because of the credit system and how I've already got everything planned out. I looked into Image, but they're based in Malibu, and I don't want to go to California, too far away, and I just don't like California. Wildstorm, also in California. So the only alternative left over is Fantagraphics, which is an alternative comic book publisher in Seattle, Washington. They're pretty good. I read some of their stuff that they put out. Really different. And I talked to the editor of the section I wrote a column for at the school paper, The Mooring Mask. Shout out to you guys are awesome. But he did that a couple summers ago, and he said that it was really awesome. And there's a huge underground library of comics that you can borrow and take home and bring back anytime you want, and you get valuable skills. I mean, you edit things, you decide what's good enough to get published. And knowing that would really help me with my own writing and my own, ventures into the world of publishing, because I need to, if I'm going to be a writer, I kind of need to get stuff published. I don't want to end up like, some guy who, like this guy at Comic-Con who is always walking around with a sandwich board that says writer seeking artist, and I've seen him every year that I've gone. I don't want to end up like him. I want to get my foot in the door with an internship. Hopefully, get a job at a publisher, even as the lowest of the low, like an office assistant. No, not an office assistant. Maybe like an assistant editor or something. Just so that I'm exposed to the editorial process, because I can't get that through an internship now at Dark Horse. But the problem is, if I want to do that at Fantagraphics, it would only be about a month out of summer of 2011, because I'm going to be in Germany starting spring of 2011, from February to about July if I enroll at the Freie Universität in Berlin, which I need for my religion class because my school requires that you take at least 2 religion classes, and they don't offer religion classes at the IES Broad Center, which is where I'll be taking the majority of my German class. But I'd only be able to do it for a month. And it's only in Seattle. I live in Graham. That's 45 minutes away. That's fine. Maybe an hour on a bad day. But only a month. I don't think the company would want to go for that. There's a selection process. Apparently, there's been a lot of applicants, and the applications aren't even due until March of 2011, which is when I leave. So if I did get selected for that, I'd have to do not only would I have to do the negotiation process from Germany, I would have to only do it for a month. I don't know how to do that, because if I do it summer of my senior year, I'll be out of school and having to worry about other things, like do I want to apply for Fulbright, do I want to apply for DAAD, which is a German version of the Fulbright, or do I want to just apply for grad school, which I'm thinking about doing at University of Washington, because one of my professors from University of Washington, and they have a really good creative writing program. Really digging that, because it's phenomenally less expensive than anywhere else. And I could possibly get a teaching assistantship, which would really help, because that's a tuition waiver, and all I gotta worry about is cost of living. Which I can do with a steady job somewhere. Maybe at Fantagraphics. You never know. But if I can't get the whole internship mess sorted out, I'll see that happening in the foreseeable future. Oh yeah, and a couple of updates about my academic pursuits. I am a huge film buff. I used to want to take film studies classes, but they don't offer them until. But I made a German film with some of my peers in my German 302 class. It was just a short 5-minute film for the foreign language short film festival that we have there. But I won second place, and so on the 10th of June, I will be going to Seattle for the Seattle International Film Festival and seeing a Russian movie called Hipsters. I forget the Russian title, because I don't speak Russian. But that should be pretty cool. I went to Seattle International Film Festival last year, saw Dead Snow, really enjoyed that. Nazi zombies in Sweden, or Norway, pretty awesome. I've also taken my foray into the wireless mobile world. I don't want to turn this into a Mac PC debate. I'm a pretty faithful Mac user, but I went out and bought myself a swanky iPad. Gift to myself. The main reason I bought it is because of a very simple reason. The Marvel Comics comic book reader app. That is the sole reason I bought it. So, those are updates, I guess, since my last entry. I'll be doing more as events develop. Got some pretty interesting things to happen in the next couple weeks. Cleaning up the RHA office, hanging out with friends, and yeah. So, to anybody who's watching, thank you for slogging through this. I know that it's not easy to do, so I appreciate it. And if you want to, subscribe. You know, that'd be kind of cool. I'll probably do a couple more followers from my following. See you guys in the next entry.